Well, thank you for coming back, Krista, and we'll show you a little bit more about the library and our challenges.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from my house.
As you can see right in this area how squeezed we are trying to serve an adult population, and also with our youth here.
That's
and
right.
how
So you need
the
a guest
desk
pass?
staff is so challenged as you have everything going on in the scrum. Now, this is actually some privacy issues of another nature because we're trying to serve so many people here. And people from up the stairway can actually see these computers from up there. That could cause some privacy concerns with some people. Some of the other areas here, when you came here at 2 o'clock, we had mostly adults here. Now we've had the middle school come out, and now they've come down the hill, and they're taking over. With the size of this building, as you know, with the limited computer and space that we have, it's very hard for adults and children to be able to work together in the same spot. We probably have about 10 less computers that we should have to serve both populations. Bathroom before, I mean, this is not how a public building is supposed to be set up, but there's absolutely nothing more that you can do. I mean, you just walk in here, and if you're walking out in the other direction, there's obviously privacy issues there that just don't make any sense. Hey, we have some more arrivals. So, yeah. Definitely not made for ADA compliance at all when you have to mess with this large door here and try and get into that tiny little space there. There's been some people that are very big library supporters, and they will actually drive to the library with their family, leave 1 or 2 of their children behind because one of those children is in a scooter. There's no way that he's able to maneuver to get into the children's area upstairs and be able to access the building as a functioning citizen of Ionia. We've actually had some people say that they just shouldn't come to the library. And that's heartbreaking. So, yeah, with that in mind, those are just some of the issues on the first floor that we're challenged with. However, we try to give the top-notch service that we can.
All right.
We were always busy with something going on. Now, it's true that there's a few times here where we might not have anybody else in the library for a little bit of a stretch, but it is kind of rare. And as you can see, we've got more adults coming in the front, more children coming in the back from Union here. So, yeah. We're probably only doing about half of what we're supposed to be doing as a library, though. And that's what we want people to understand. We have so much potential and so much to give to the people of Ionia. We just need a fighting chance in a building that makes some sense. So part of the challenges of working in a 1903, actually this building was built in 1870, part of the challenges of working in it since it's been a library in 1903 is the access up there. We already talked about the elevator, and we know from experience that there are probably about half of the adults that come in here that will not use that elevator for various reasons. They either have claustrophobia or they just can't abide by the tight spaces or trying to wrestle with that door and everything's a hassle. What's the other way to get upstairs? Our beautiful staircase. Well, it's nice looking, but it is absolutely, totally impractical for a public building. Nobody would make a stairway like this in a public building, ever. Now, I'll admit that I have some rather large feet, okay? But, but the comparison is there, okay? My size 12 foot there. If you're on the inside of this staircase, I have maybe 2/3 of my foot on there. If something happens, you get a distraction, you know, you're not feeling well that day, who knows? We have seen people tumble down here. We're not joking about that. Luckily, no broken bones yet. program at 4 o'clock today. Part of that program is going to be done in this room here. Since we really don't have any programming space here, it has to be done right in the middle of the stacks. And it can be very challenging when somebody actually wants to get into this room to use it for its real purpose, which is to be able to get books to read off of the shelf. When you have 8, 10, 12, in some cases we'll squeeze 20 people in here laying on the floor. The kids, of course, but even the adults will have to put their rear ends on the floor because, you know, how would you like to sit in that?
It makes a world of difference. But usually they stay about.
So here's our supposed to be closet, but functioning as a tutor area. Yeah, well, thank you. We won't take up too much of your time, but
This is a cool spot.
it is all we got. But we need to have more of these, and not just one. We need to have several, and they need to have doors on them so people can have their privacy. That's part of our story. Usage. There was a time where I would say yes, there was a changeover from focus, and the library world needed to catch up a little bit, but we have caught up, at least to the point where what we're able to do here in this building. However, there's so much more that we need to be able to get into: workforce development, partnerships with community colleges so that they can do their programs just like they do down at Lake Odessa now. That's a perfect example. Lake Odessa Library actually has less people to serve by far, but they actually have more resources than we do. They've remodeled part of their building to be able to take care of those folks that need distance learning. Those are just two examples of some of the things that we need to be doing as a 21st century library, and also being able to handle and help out people who need those extra language skills and classes. So I hope that gives you a little bit of the insight of what we're faced with here at the Ionia Community Library. We're always open to more conversations and more dialogue. On Monday, March 16th, for example, down at Aunt Steffi's from 4 to 7, we're holding an open forum, and we'll be able to answer your questions. Aunt Steffi has been kind enough, she's a great supporter, and she's providing a free potato bar for people to come and just have time to speak with different community leaders who wish to see the Ionia Community Library do better. So hope to see you there. If you have any questions, just let us know.